Good morning, everyone. It's Valerie this morning, and I'm here to do my amazing adventure I like to call One Card Wonder Wednesday. I have traveled to Louisiana to visit family for a graduation, so today I am doing my video remotely from their house. So I am trying to adjust my volume here real quick on my iPad and open up my video so I can see what I'm doing. All right, I hope you can see everything. You can see I've got all kinds of stuff laying around me, and I've got my paper here ready, and we are going to start. And today we are using the Sea of Textures stamp set, which I absolutely love. I think it's gorgeous. It has, of course, the octopus, which is fantastic. I mean, if you don't like octopus, then I guess octopi, you wouldn't like this, but I love this stamp set. I hope the lighting is good enough here so you can see everything without too much glare. I see I got a little glare on the case, but that's just because I have my light turned on my phone. So this is the only time I'm showing the case, so hopefully that'll be the only time we have any glare. I wanted to start out with these cards, and I took the cards from, they had this beautiful watercolor wash on it, and they're from the Delightfully Detailed Note Cards and Envelopes, and those come in a pack with the envelopes and the cards already pre-cut and printed, and they have the Blackberry Bliss or the Mint Macaron watercolor wash on them, so I think they're gorgeous. So I thought I would use one of those because I think the Mint Macaron makes a great background for the sea texture card. I've already went ahead and I have stamped my octopus on Calypso Coral paper with Calypso Coral ink, and I've cut him out using the Big Shot. And so he's going to go somewhere in the middle of the card. I haven't decided quite where yet because I wanted to stamp a couple of elements on there. This is one of the tall grasses that comes in the Sea of Texture stamp set, but I wanted to stamp it in Blackberry Bliss because I think things that are under the sea come in all different colors, and I just really like the way these three colors, Mint Macaron, Blackberry Bliss, and Calypso Coral, work together. So I'm just going to stamp one of those off to the side here on the right, give it a little bit of color, and I'm just going to stamp off once and maybe stamp another little lighter one next to it. I also would like to stamp on the other side, maybe in the Mint Macaron. Let me grab my Mint Macaron pad. And I'll just stamp one on the other side as well, just in the Mint Macaron color. And I'll stamp that over here on the side. I think I'll make it just a little bit shorter than the other side because I don't want everything to be the same height. And then I'll do this one a little bit taller in the lighter. And then we can set that stamp aside because we are done with that one. Just so you can see what the octopus stamp looks like. He's got a little bit of texture to him, so when you stamp him, he's not going to look completely filled in. There are going to be some dots and whatever, and you're going to think, oh, I didn't stamp him properly, but that's okay. That's what he is supposed to look like. So don't worry if you stamp with him and feel like you've done something wrong. You haven't done anything wrong. It's just the way the stamp is. Now I dropped my block. I gotta grab it real quick. It fell behind my table. Okay, I've got it. The next thing I want to stamp is a little bit of this texture at the bottom, just to give it a little bit of sand at the bottom. And I'm actually going to use Sahara sand for that. Good morning, Meg. How are you? I see you're watching. It's my friend Meg. I'm here at her house. We are celebrating her son's graduation, and as far as I'm concerned, they are family, so this is a family trip. I'm not going to go completely with the entire image on here. I'm just going to stamp a little bit, and it's not really sand, but it gives it a little bit of a texture at the bottom to stamp off a little bit, put a little more, stamp one more time, stamp off, put a little more, just to give it a little bit so it looks like the seafloor a little bit. Put that one aside. Now I have used the dies that go with this set, which are the Under the Sea dies. And I've cut out some of the little coral and the sea and the, I don't want to say sea life, but I guess these are sea life, the little sand dollars and some of the little seaweed and whatnot that go in that. I've pre-cut those out, and I just need to figure out how I want to lay them on there. I did this one in mint macaron because I just want to do some that's in the same color. This one's Blackberry Bliss, so I might put him on this side. I just need to figure out where I want to lay them before I actually glue them on, because I don't want to glue them on and regret where I've put them. I just need to punch out these little pieces on here. And now these little pieces that come out of the sand dollar make adorable little starfish. But since I did my sand dollar in Sahara Sand, I'm just going to color these starfish in using the Poppy Parade Stampin' Right marker to give it that color. Now you could always cut out some sand dollars in Poppy Parade or whatever color you want your starfish to be and use these little pieces for starfish, but I just figured they're just, Sahara Sand is light enough, you can just color it with the marker and then you've got a cute little starfish. Good morning, Nicole. So I've got all my little pieces here, and I want to take this piece of DSP. This is from the, I'm not sure what the paper is called, but it goes along with the Sea of Textures, the Tranquil Textures paper here. And I've got this net stamp. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use some of the Sahara Sand, and I want to do just kind of over top of it, just a little bit on the corner, a little piece of net, and then maybe on one of these on this other side, just a little bit of net just to give it that texture. I love this net stamp. I think it's really cute. And there also is a die that you can cut out a net. If you have a larger card that you want to do that with, you can. But I chose just to do the little stamping of the net today. And I want to stamp this sentiment that says, have a wonderful adventure. So this would be something you could give to someone actually who's graduating from college or who likes sea life and those types of things. I'm going to use Memento ink just to stamp my sentiment right in the center. Well, off from the center a little bit, actually, because I want to take the end of this. I didn't bring my punch. Oh, this, Nicole, is a bone folder. It's for folding your card in half, and I can actually do that now just to show you real quick so I don't forget. When you fold your card, this bone folder just is something that you just use across the edge of it to flatten it out and make it nice and flat. And so it stays closed. I didn't bring my triple banner punch with me, but I kind of wanted to make this a banner, so I'm just going to cut this by hand to make it into a little banner shape before I put it, because that's going to go at the top of our card. I'm just going to set that there for now. We'll get some of our little sea life pieces placed. I think I want to do definitely a little bit of the darker coral toward the back. So I'm going to do this little piece, because you kind of want to give it just a little bit of dimension, but you don't want everything in all the same cutouts and all the same place. I was debating stamping a couple of coral, which I may do, because I like this one right here. And I think I will stamp that one in the mint macaron, and I'll just stamp him kind of back here, a little bit behind that, just to give it a little bit of that color there. Now this piece is so tiny that I want to, this is a piece of the DSP as well. I'm just going to take a little bit of glue and just glue it at the bottom so it just stays in place, because it'll be easier than trying to use the, I'll put a little bit of glue on this sand dollar as well, than trying to use the, I don't know if he's supposed to show through like quite like that, but that's how he's gonna look. easier than using a little bit of the snail on these because they are so tiny and you don't want adhesive all over the place. We'll put this one here. And then I think I want my octopus is going to be attached with some dimensionals as soon as I remember where I put them. This is the joy of being on the road, on location. I can't find what I'm looking for. And I had everything out. It's just not sitting right next to me, apparently. Oops, sorry, just jumbled the table a little bit. Put a large one on the top, and then I'm going to use a couple of small ones just down here on his tentacles in a couple of places, just to give him, to help hold him up on the card correctly. I don't want him too far up on the card, but I kind of want him mixed in with my sea life a little bit. He's an awful big sand dollar for right there. So I'm going to go ahead and take this other little plant and I'm going to hook him here. And I think I am going to turn him around this way so he's got that print on him. But I am going to adhere this one with a dimensional just to give it a little more. And I will take this stamp again and I'm going to do another mint macaron right here, and I kind of stamp just a little bit over the edge of that one just to give it some color there. Just put that one right there. And I just wanted this to be, like I said, a quick, simple card for One Card Wonder Wednesday. There are so many things you can do with this stamp set. I've been seeing all kinds of ideas online. But I just love this. There are Tranquil Textures sprinkles that come that I thought maybe I would try and put just a couple of dots of glue on here and try to put a couple of these on there. Now, obviously, they just rolled off on me. You could use a different glue. Maybe that would dry faster if you want to, but I'm just going to stick these on here like this. Some of them look like little pebbles, which I think is adorable. Some of them just are little beads, and just to give it some color. But I think they're really cute, and I'm going to put a couple more right here because I wanted to include them in this card so you can see that you can use them on a simple card, you can use them in a shaker card. After they are not stuck to my finger anymore, I will just lift this up and get the pieces off that. Oh, I want to put one of these little, it almost looks like sea glass on there because that's really cute. And once it dries, the glue will be clear, so if there's any spots that something hasn't stuck to, it'll be clear anyway. But once it's dry, I will post a picture online so you can see. I'm just going to knock off the loose ones. But this is our card today for One Card Wonder Wednesday. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you want to look for any of the supplies, go to www.valeriesmith.stampinup. I have a host code for May listed here. It is also on my Facebook group, on the group picture at the top of the page. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Have a good Wednesday. Talk to you later. Bye.